To the millions and tens of 20 of people go watch the live stream. What up, Joe, man? We in the building. Appreciate everybody that supporting the channel, man. Make sure you thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Next subscribe button is the bell icon button on YouTube. Don't forget you can follow me on Twitch as well. I do appreciate it if y'all follow me on Twitch. We got 2K, we got Madden coming out. I just got to get a couple things for my retro gaming system, so I can start streaming.
Without
I'm gonna order me a new I'm gonna order me a new computer monitor. I'm gonna probably get this one away. My other one is kind of busted. So yeah, we're gonna get yo there. All right, my bad. We have some audio issues there, but I got them together. Have some video issues too, but I got them together. So hopefully we good now, man. Hopefully we good. My bad. Let me know if you can hear me in the chat. Let me know if you can hear me. So I don't know what it was the mixer, bro. I gotta go ahead and just buy a real mixer, a real digital mixer, because shit trash. I'm sorry. Voice Banana is trash. My bad, y'all. But we here. Appreciate everybody for tapping in. Voice Banana is trash. Don't try it. Don't donate. Don't do shit. It's trash. Go ahead and buy you a digital mixer. Because I say it's trash. We're gonna talk about Tank continues to get exposed, and people. It's funny how the same people that say, "Well, it's just sparring. It's just sparring." They the same people that be like, they be glorifying sparring. They be talking about, who they're the same people that be on Tank team, be talking about who Tank hurt in sparring, who he dropped in sparring, or he beat Devin Haney in sparring and all that. Now we got Brian Norman Sr. coming out saying that when his son Brian Norman Jr. was 16 years old, he beat up Tank in sparring, and then he made Tank quit in sparring. Now people coming out saying, well, I seen Tank spar, man. I don't believe what the hell they got to do with it. You wouldn't believe Paul Salvador school Floyd Mayweather if I ain't tell y'all if you didn't see the footage. If you ain't see the footage, you wouldn't believe Paul Salvador dog walk Floyd Mayweather sparring. Made it look easy. Maybe if he never got caught on drugs, maybe Salvador could have been one of the greats. Real talk. It happened. It happened. You can go on YouTube and look at it. Floyd Mayweather got dominated by Paul Salvador in sparring, man. He made it look easy. So people going around saying, I can't really believe Brian Norman. What they say he hurt Bud or dropped Bud or something like that in sparring. You look at his resume and say, well, he really ain't fought nobody, was blah, blah. But then again, it's sparring. It's sparring, bro. People kill me. It's sparring. It's work. It can happen. But what I was saying last night, what I'm going to continue to say tonight, is that it's a correlation because they not putting Tank in there with the biggest and the best fighters out there. Tell me I'm wrong. They not putting Tank in there. They protecting Tank. Do anybody disagree with what I'm saying? Do anybody disagree with me that they protecting Tank? Let me know in the chat. We're going to talk about how Floyd Mayweather and, Oscar De La Hoya is living through Ryan and Tank Davis, and Floyd making demands and Oscar making demands. And like I said before, I think Tank Davis should go up to 140 pounds. If the money right, the money right. Tank Davis should go to 140 and fight Ryan Garcia. You just like Mayweather, how Mayweather treat Tank. That's how he treated his own career. That's how he treated his own career, bro. Just how he treat Tank. That's how he do his own career. Floyd wanted any advantage he can get. He can talk about, well, I didn't have the advantages versus Oscar De La Hoya and this, that, and the third. And but that for one thing, Ryan Garcia ain't Oscar De La Hoya and probably won't never be Oscar De La Hoya. And another thing for sure, Gervonta Tank Davis ain't no Floyd Mayweather. All right, let me know when I'm wrong. Then we're gonna talk about Danny talking about he was 10% when he fought he was 10% when he fought Errol Spence. Now, we're gonna get to all of that, man. So make sure y'all thumbs up the video. Don't forget, like I said, if you didn't hear me before because of the audio issue and the video issue, we will be this will be up in the morning. So make sure you check it up. Check me in the morning on Spotify, Anchor. It'll be on Anchor and Spotify first, but then give me an hour or two after that. It'll be on Apple, Google Podcast. Find out on the link tree. You want to support the channel while we live, hit the link tree, Cash App, $, CJ Good 313, Venmo, CJ Good 313, PayPal link description. All that's in the description. Link tree, Kid Bug. So Dan 10, I got it done. He said North Omaha checking in. I ain't caught it live in a while. Salute, appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you. Appreciate it. We good. Ricky E245, salute. Dr. Pablo, salute. Sean, salute. But yeah, so apparently Brian Norman Sr. came out, dad came out and said that Tank Davis quit versus son. Now, yesterday you had Keith the Bounty Hunter, who's Michael Hunter's brother, which was news to me yesterday. I ain't getting lie. It was news to me. Came out and said that, he was, Tank beat him, kind of got him in the first couple rounds, but the back half, he started, getting in Tank, and Tank started quitting sparring and started low blowing and trying to find a way out. And the only reason that I can say that I'll give it validity, only reason I really give validity in what they're saying is because in the way they moving Tank Davis. You know what I'm saying? They will not put Tank in there with a threat. Now they need concessions versus Ryan Garcia. So think about that for a minute. Now they need concessions versus Ryan Garcia. Like, come on. Tank just went up and fought Barrios at 140. So why does Tank can't go up to 140 and fight Ryan Garcia? You know, Floyd talking about, well, you know, A side and this, that. Gervonta is not the real, you know, the absolute A side of Ryan Garcia. You know, it's not like Mayweather, Oscar, and Floyd Mayweather. He is the A side, but it ain't a big gap. You know, you don't hold the title at 135, right? And you don't hold the title, you know, at 40. So why not fight at 40? Why not fight Ryan Garcia at 40? Ryan Garcia, easy work. I don't understand it, but nonetheless, now you starting to come out here these sparring stories about Tank and Tank find a way. Like I said before, I mean, what these brothers got something to lie about? You know, what these brothers got something to lie about, bro? That's kind of what I'm thinking about. And what they got to lie about? Why would they come out now and lie about Tank Davis, bro? That's all I want to say. And if it wasn't true, then why ain't Mayweather willing to put Tank Davis with any and everybody in the ring? That's all I'm asking. That's all I'm asking. That's a simple question. Like, why can't Gervonta Tank Davis fight any and everybody? Come on, if you got a hell of a dog in a race, and you feel like your dog the fastest out there, you know, why not put him in there? With any and everybody, if you feel like you got the fastest horse in the race, and the fastest horse out there, you're gonna put him in there. You know, when you're young, you're supposed to be running through shit. You know, you can endure pain, you can endure, like Floyd Mayweather say, weight cuts. You know, so you know why they need any stipulation other than money versus Ryan Garcia. Weight shouldn't be an issue. If the nigga wanted to go to the moon, Tank should be willing to go to the moon. You know, when you got an easy, you know, easy hunt, come on. Talking about, you know, oh, it gotta be here, it gotta be there. If Ryan Garcia wanted at 140, it ain't like it ain't a place that Tank ain't never been. Tank been 140 pounds. But you see why they didn't put Tank in there with Tevin Farmer. You see why they didn't put Tank in there with the Shakur Stevensons, the Devin Haney's, and they hesitant to put him in there with there because they know, you know, you hear people say in the chat, other people say, oh, he struggled versus slick fighters. Apparently he conditioned, but he can't take it. But that's nothing new in boxing. If this is true, there's nothing new in boxing. We seen Rolly clock him, and that nigga started running the rest of the fight. I won't say running. He started moving the rest of the fight. And he admitted after the fight, hey, Rolly can crack. Well, that's the history about boxing, man. The Sonny Listons and the goddamn George Foremans. They can dish it all day. What you wanted, a la carte, what you wanted, a whole tray. When you start, when you punch the bully in the mouth, that's when we know we really got a real monster. Julian Jackson tag your ass all day, but as soon as Gerald McClellan and a few other fighters, sat there with him and started giving it, that's the question. Everybody can dish an ass whooping in boxing. Everybody can dish it. What happens when you fight somebody on your level or higher that can take that shit and put it back on you? That's the $1 million question. And the way they protecting Tank, and ain't no excuse that he's 23, he only 24, he only 25, he only 26, he's 27 years old. That man only 27 years old. But they glorify sparring. They glorify, I buzzed Devin in sparring, or I did this and sparring. They glorify sparring so much, but then when you pop up stories about these niggas sparring, then, they fans, we just sparring. We say that all the time. Y'all bring up him sparring this guy, him sparring that guy, him doing this, him doing that. Come on. If he really is this gorilla, dog, then, put him in there. You don't see Michael Jordan ducking no fades. Maybe LeBron whole ass, but you don't see Jordan ducking no fades. Michael Jordan was still playing the Hornets players into his 50s, late 40s, 50s, and he was dominating them niggas one-on-one. And they had to stop. They had to tell Mike to stop playing the Hornets players one-on-one because he was killing their confidence. So when you a competitor, that don't never go nowhere. When you a real live ass dog, bro, you a real killer, bro. That's always it. That's why niggas love Bud, bro. It ain't because it's anti-Spence and no shit like that. They love Bud because Bud a real dog, bro. Bud from the streets. And it translates to the ring, and Bud ready to get it popping wherever you seen versus Benavidez. He ready to get it popping versus whatever. You seen when his friend Sean was up there, he, in the press conference, he sat there and he turned into a gorilla. Tank from the streets, but he ain't getting his hands dirty. That shit don't translate to the ring. It translates if he beefing with the Charlos. It translates to that. But he ain't no man. I believe what them niggas saying, bro. Only reason I believe it ain't because Tank a bad fighter. And fighters have bad days. Ask Mayweather. Go look at the path Paul Salvador dominate Floyd Mayweather sparring. Go watch that. It's on YouTube. Go watch it. It ain't just that's because the way they moving him, bro. And then again, he talks so greasy, and then he turn around and fight 50-year-old Gamboa. He'll turn around and talk stuff about Ryan Garcia, Devin Haney, and Tevin Farmer, and they're fighting the hallway. You know what I'm saying? But then when it's time to fight, don't no fight come around. People forget Floyd Mayweather Sr. You heard what he said. You heard what Floyd Mayweather Sr. said. You heard what he said. He said Devin Haney years ago beat the hell out of Tank. But everybody gets so enamored with the power. If power was the end all be all, you know what I'm saying? If power was the end all be all, you know what I'm saying? Hey, that'd be it. But it ain't. But it ain't the end all be all. Y'all want to know why Floyd stopped allowing live footage? Here you go, right here in this ring. They go to video right here. That's why Floyd stopped letting niggas taping his gym. Thumbs up the video. Come on, you need to wait, man. If you fought Barros at 40, what's the difference between Ryan Garcia? Seriously, what's the difference? Now everybody's starting. Now I don't know why these people starting to talk now. I can't tell you. The father, Brian Norman Sr., started saying something about Facebook, and Tank was lying on Facebook and stuff of that nature. But my people that's around there, they won't tell me why they tell me Tank can't take no punch. They don't believe Tank. Well, they say Tank can't really take no punch. But if that was all that mattered, then Amir Khan never would have won a world title. If that's the end all be all, make sure hit the thumbs up button. But let me catch up. Salute Jocelyn Darrell Hicklebottom. Say great fight for both guys. Either way, Tank not a real champion. He's a regular WBA. Why not? Yeah, why? Well, but you gonna move up in weight, then you gotta tax him cash wise. That's fine. Say if we gonna fight at 140, well, I need 10,000 or 25,000, extra. Whatever it may be. Whatever it may be. Well, I need 50,000 for it to happen, 100,000 for it to happen. Cool. If Ryan, really want to fight, guess what? Ryan gonna pay the tax. I understand that. But it's not like it's a foreign weight for Tank Davis. You turn around and let's say Leon Paul beat Teofimo Lopez and get a belt. Gervonta and Floyd Mayweather put him in position to get that belt. I mean, Floyd put Gervonta in there. Brother, Tevin Farmer turned down $2 million offer from Tank on who ducked two. They said they had $7 million on his own. He ducked him. Right? Remember that? They had this $5 or $7 million offer. And then they turned around and offered Tevin Farmer. Well, before, I can't remember before and all that. But whatever it was, they offered Tevin Farmer to be on the co-feature of Floyd Mayweather and Conor McGregor. And Tevin Farmer said no. But what I can say is after Gervonta Davis fought, who he fought at Royal Farms, Nunes, Mayweather said that they felt that he was ready for. After that fight, he was not ready for Tevin Farmer. Go look at that press conference with the one where it's like Floyd had a bulletproof vest when he fought at Royal Farms in Baltimore. Go look at that. Look at that press conference. And Floyd said, "Well, we feel ready. He's not ready for Tevin Farmer." He said something like that at that press. Let me know if I'm wrong. King Joffrey Joe Bosso, I'm sorry, but they created an issue by trying to call the shots. Jojo Diaz has always been next. At the end of the day, that's fine. I really don't have no issue with it. I don't care to see the fight. But then again, if that's the case, then Tank probably already got an opponent. Tank got an opponent. I really don't care. I really don't know because I guarantee you, Ryan fighting, and I ain't the Ryan Garcia fan at all. But Ryan Garcia fighting Joseph Diaz is probably gonna be better opponent than Tank fight. Come on, everybody start, elevating Eastside Cruz. Everybody start hopping on the Eastside Cruz bandwagon. But before the fight, ain't nobody even know who the hell Eastside Cruz was. Tell me I'm wrong. Before the fight, nobody heard of Eastside Cruz for real. Couple people seen him on the undercard. Couple people said, "Oh yeah, I remember him." Come on, Couple people say, "Yeah, I remember him." Now they're using him as the end all be all as an opponent to prop up Tank resume. I'm just calling it how I see it. PB fake tough. Of course they fake tough. All yelling and screaming. They'll slap a fucking reporter. They'll motherfucking confront a media member or a YouTuber, but they won't confront Bud. Oh, why you at my fight, man? I would never come to Bud fight, and then Earl turn around at Bud fight and run off. Niggas ain't no real tough guys, bro. Come on. Because they know he's really tough, bro. They'll really do something about it. He said, I just understand how Tank fought Barros at 140 was bigger than Ryan height and weight and fought with him with no problem, but can't fight Ryan at 140. Maybe I'm wrong. I just don't get it. Tim, they don't really want to fight Tim. Or they just want to assert their dominance as the A side. And I ain't mad at it. But that's how Mayweather needed some type of caveat. He had to fight Canelo at 152. He had to wait Manny Pacquiao out with a drug test. And when it wasn't no caveat, he barely beat Oscar De La Hoya. It wasn't like he went in there and dominated Oscar De La Hoya. Not an excuse was, I really was 130 pounder. I really was 126 pounder. Nigga, you ain't never fought in no 26. Not to my recollection. I could be wrong. He did try to fight Prince Nassim Muhammad at 26. But he wasn't answering that knock on the door, and I don't blame him. But a natural competitor, he good at everything. Who you talking about, Tank? Who you talking about? Clarify that. That's all Tank scary ass had to do was activate his rematch clause against Devin Haney. Devin asked him to. He wasn't fighting no Devin Haney. Floyd already said we not letting that fight happen. That fight not happening. When he was helping Devin Haney in the gym, he said that. He told me, "Oh, fight Tank after he beat Camboso." We ain't heard nothing. We ain't heard a dial tone. We ain't had a nick knock, patty whack. We ain't heard nothing about that fight. They ain't putting him in there when anybody can walk and chew bubble gum. And he barely beat Eastside Cruz. A lot of people thought. My boy is not saying, "Well, Tank fight somebody." Goddamn. And the thing about Tank not fight somebody, that's what the niggas in Sparring telling you. That basically they saying they not challenging, they not putting him in there with nobody because they don't believe he can beat anybody. Mayweather scary ass fought like that. He's Money Mayweather. Come on. Blew the weight off of the Marquez fight. I thought Tank wanted Devin Haney next. That was the lie. You ain't got to lie, Craig. You ain't got to lie. That nigga ain't never fight no Devin Haney. Let Devin Haney get knocked out in 3 consecutive fights. Then he said, "I want Devin Haney. I think I love Devin Haney. I love Haney. I ain't be I think, man, that be killing me when niggas be talking shit and then don't back it up." And then he signed back to May because he probably ain't never signed back with May. Mayweather probably got that nigga in a 360 deal. That nigga got 360 deal, like 300 entertainment. This the fight that he said that about Tevin Farmer at the press conference. Remember they asked him about Gary Russell in that same press conference. Floyd took the mic. Floyd took the mic from him and said, we not doing that right now. And that's a big fight. Gary Russell versus Gervonta Tank Davis, Baltimore versus DC. That's a huge fight. Down in the DMV, that's a mega fight. Floyd, we not doing that right now. Whatever he said when he took the mic from him. Gary Russell said that man called him and says, "You making my fighter look bad. Stop picking on Tank." Imagine if Bob Arum said that. "Golly, Errol Spence, stop calling out Terrence Crawford. I told Errol, you're making Crawford look bad." And guarantee how them niggas would have ran off with that shit. Just change the faces and change the names, bro. Come on. That nigga Floyd called Gary Russell talking about, You making Floyd look bad. You making Tank look bad. Stop calling Tank out. Like that nigga get man, bruh. Come on, man. You better off calling niggas about your chick. They smashing on, bro. You look real weak. If I was saying to make Ryan come to 35 too, do this big effort. I seen worse from Canelo. True. But then again, if you can beat him, you can beat him. What do the weight matter? If the weight matter, go get a real belt. Then he has something. I'll fight at 35. I'll blow that weight. I'll blow that weight. When they threaten to take my purse, I'll pull out the day before the fight. Tell them hold my nuts. I'll be like, we can have it on Showtime. Y'all can have the rights to it. And I blow the weight. I come in that bitch 147. On the nose. Coming that bitch 147. Hey, but you gotta pay. Nah, I'm sick. I'm pulling out. Bye. I'm Mexican there. Forgive me. It's the principle, CJ. Ryan don't call any shots for the fights. Even if Tank is a quitter, he still called the shots for the Ryan fight the way. But at the end of the day, if I'm Ryan Garcia, shit, hold my nuts. Shout out to Bryce, though. Hold my nuts. I don't need Tank Davis. Well, I don't need Tank Davis. Like I said, Ryan clocked more figures outside of boxing. If Ryan walked away from boxing today, Ryan killing it outside of boxing. Fuck it. Go get the fans another Eastside Cruz. Nigga, go fight Paul Maldonado or some stuff. You know, because without me, it's another boring fight. His numbers ain't doing all that well. I know for a fact I'm one of the few fighters the zone got. If I wanted to come back and fight 3 or 4 times a year, nigga, I can fight 3 or 4 times a year. If I'm Ryan Garcia, F it. I ain't fighting at 35. I got star power too. Fuck it. I ain't coming to 35. Bye. See you later. You know, I turn around and fight Joseph Diaz. Shit, look at who Munguia fighting. They probably paying them top dollar. You know what I'm saying? I go ahead and, fuck it. PBC closer to the end than his zone is at this point. You know, then y'all want to act like Tank this big star. Tank ain't this big star. I'm telling you. Because it was these big stars. I mean, Ryan Garcia would have to do what he had to do, just like Usyk had to take what AJ was offering. You know, just like, the rest of the fighters would take what AJ, what Canelo offering. When you a star, it's really no negotiating, bro. Like, I'm like, fuck it, bye. Yeah, come hollering. Tank ain't, come on. He said Tank said he can't fight him at 40, but they're the same ones that said Canelo already fought in 175 before, so the size wasn't a factor. You know, hey, Tank already fought at 40. Ain't like you going up there to fight Terrence Crawford or Errol Spence. If he comfortable at 40, take him out at 40. What's the difference? What's the difference? That's my problem. What's the difference? If you gonna clap him, you gonna clap him, bro. They be killing me, dog. Give him what he want. As long as the money right, I don't care nothing else about it. Tax him for moving up to 40. That's it. That's how Mayweather was. Everyone in every little small advantage because he didn't believe in his skill set for real. He said Don Canelo got his ass with fair and square. You got to get over it. He said he wanted to move up to fight Beeble. He got what he got. Yeah, Gervonta moved up to 40 to pick the weakest link. He didn't move up and go fight Josh Taylor. He didn't. At least Canelo fought a title holder, and I'd say this, Beeble, hell of a fighter. I said it before the fight. He said, what I'm saying is Tank should have no problem at 40. Because he already fought up there. What's the difference between fighting Barrios? Who we think a better fighter? Barrios or Ryan Garcia? Who a better fighter? Hold on. Can we put a poll up here? Here we go. Hold on. Here we go. Spelling shit wrong. I'm spelling shit. Let's see. We go to poll. It's just about to be posted. Who a better boxer, Ryan Garcia or Mario Barrios? Let me know. Tell me what you want. Tell me what you need. Which Mexican is better? San Antonio, they want to be like Compton. I thought you knew. Victorville, they want to be like Compton. JoJo not fighting at 140. He can't be next. JoJo, what you mean? Shit, JoJo go wherever the money at. He go whatever the dad bought the bag at. You get the bag and flip it and bump it, and I get the bag and whip it and double it. Look who got more popping that punch at 40 round in the Tank. I rolling with Tank Davis. Tank Davis is certified goon when it comes to thumping, dog. I ain't never said he wasn't a special fighter. Now, don't get it twisted. I never said that. Tank Davis is a special talent. Never said, never taking none of them, just keeping it real. They protect him like something wrong. Support the channel, Cash App, $sign CJ Good 313. Appreciate y'all. From now on, he's money. He's money. Okay, I'm not gonna say that. Al Heyman got him in the 360 deal. You ain't lying. He got him in that TLC deal. What about your friends? Is he gonna pay? What about your? That's a real ass song though. Give credit to that song. That's a real song, nigga. A lot of people think, them your friends and shit. Is he gonna stay around? When you get older, you lose friends every day, B. Yeah, when you get older, you start enjoying peace. And he said, y'all gonna see Tank gonna be all-time great after he had the classic with Michelle Rivera. Hey, Michelle Rivera, I don't know if he gonna fight him. Michelle Rivera is a nice fighter, bro. I like seeing him and Frank Martin mix it up. I'm excited about Colbert and Frank Martin. Depending on that, I might slide to that. I might slide to that joint, man. Yeah, especially if they make Crawford and Spence. I might slide to that. That's not Tank fault. Ryan can't stay in shape and make 35 no more. People call Tank fat all the time and still make the weight. So he didn't miss weight several times. So hold on. But he's been more focused. Ryan needs to be fight Teofimo. Go ahead and fight. He said if no Tank, he go fight Teofimo Lopez. That's no problem. My thing, what you need all these extra advantages over Ryan Garcia. 5, 10, 20 pounds, whatever he rehydrate with, that's only going to save him a round or two. That's all it is. Going to save him a round or two. Tank still going to sleep him. We still going to be popping rosé. Y'all like Bel Air, we going to be popping Bel Air. I'm drinking Cristal, said, what THC said. Cristal, they from racers. On to the next, whatever y'all sipping on. And why not Tank not trying to fight Ryan at 40? Exactly, he fought Barrios. Hold on, we got details from the poll. Hold on. So right now, we got 18 votes. 72% people say Ryan Garcia is a better boxer than Barrios. 28% people say Barrios. I'm going with Ryan Barrios because I seen Barrios pull it out. Some tough fights. You think Ryan Garcia go 12 with Keith Thurman? I think not. Yeah, he was just at 40. Like I said before. I mean, hey, like I said, if he want to go to 40, we just put it in the contract. Give me $100K for the extra 5 pounds. That's what I do. They need to make this fight and compromise. Man, it really shouldn't be no compromise, honestly, Greg. Tank is the superstar. He is the A-side. But, man, it ain't like you fighting somebody that's going to give you some resistance. He go in there and beat up Ryan Garcia, man. Get the hell out of there. No excuses, 35, 40. No excuses. No rehydration clause. Go in there and clip Ryan Garcia so we can celebrate. So we can have our day over the Mexicans. Because when Canelo beat Caleb Plant, they was going over like they was rolling out here like he beat the brothers or something like that. Now, Drew Titan did call my boy Caleb Plant a brother, though. So, I mean, hey, y'all be accepting Caleb Plant as a brother. So, hey, they had a day. Fondor beat the hell out of Erickson Luger, nigga. Man, them niggas was talking shit online, nigga. They was out, hey, bro, hey, we got to be able to talk it. We got to be able to walk it. We got to dish it. We got to be able to take it. They had their day. They had their cold day in hell. Boy, I was mad as hell when Luger lost, nigga. Fondor kept that glove on, and then Flame On came up here, hyped me up. In the cheap, man, you got that glove still on. Man, the way Fondor with this ass, and I've been checking his gloves, his elbows, his feet, his brain, his tennis shoes, all that. Gary Anton Russell at 140, man, he all risk right now. Anybody taking that risk? He said, man, leave, man. He ain't gonna have me put it in the back of that black limo. Even though that black limo never come into my neighborhood because they'd be missing they get robbed. But Ryan Garcia, the highest her legend. Come on, man. Man, I go there and beat Ryan Garcia. He ain't got no excuses, nigga. I beat that nigga in Victorville. He said WBA got the ABC on their ass, so they making their Reggie Belt champion suit. Well, they been doing it though. Yeah, they been doing that, Mr. T. They've been doing it. You know, if you look through the sanctioning body, they've been doing it since last year. But they about to not recognize the WBA as a major title. For what is it? For allegedly selling ranking and spots, but the IBF did the shit too. All of them do that. All of them, you sell ranking and spots, bro. Allegedly. That's nothing new. That's nothing new, bro. If they gonna get the WBA for doing that, bro, they need everybody. Then we get belt reform. That's crazy. Everybody didn't the IBF get sued for that? Something salute. Ryan better than Barrios. Man, based on what? Name me somebody that Ryan be better than that Damadov guy, which he's fighting on Broner's undercard for the vacant WBA dropped by Ryan Garcia versus Alberto Pulo. And a lot of people thought he beat Mario Barrios. Y'all remember that fight when he left Barrios lumped up on the Spence and Porter undercard, I think it was. Barrios dropped him a couple times, though, but that dude would run through Ryan Garcia, nigga. That dude would have no problem with Ryan Garcia. He had stopped Ryan Garcia as long as he ain't paid not to. Nigga, Ryan Garcia was looking like this after the fight, my nigga. He looking worse than the Keith Thurman fight. Man, oh boy, beating his ass. He dropped him a couple times, though. He did. Oh, but old boy, man, Ryan Garcia couldn't take that heat from old boy. He couldn't fuck with old boy. Back raw, Akadamadov, he can't mess with him, bro. You know, he can't mess with him, dude. He can't mess with Cuz. He can't mess with Cuz. I'll tell you right there. Said Victorville got some nice big houses. Yeah, I don't even know what Ryan out here fighting for. You have to fight for your right. Jab the like button. Appreciate you. All they do is they pay for their fighters to be ranked. All of them do that shit, allegedly. They'll be in trouble. We know Al Heyman in bed with them. Yep. All them people in trouble for taking pictures with my mans. What's his name? They say I forget his name. The dude that's supposed to be working with Bud, but it never was official. Do so non-salute. The little gangster dude. He said Barrios is vastly more skilled, but Ryan got whipping power. Barrios got power too. And we know Barrios can take it. Ryan Garcia got touched by Luke Campbell. That nigga, my melting. Yeah, Kennehan. I'm melting. They got touched by Luke Campbell. He can punch though. I'm melting. Ryan Garcia never finished a fight looking like this with Barrios. He won't walk through no shit, man. As soon as Tank touched that nigga, man, Ryan Garcia gonna be like, tag, you're it. Nigga, man, please. He said they all do a WA just sloppier than them. Man, other two IBF got caught. Didn't they get sued? WBC been sued. They just got who got sued by Austin Trout lately? It was either the WBA, or the I forget which one Austin Trout just sued. I think it was the WBO. Victor Valley Garbage AS laughed my ass off. Oh, what was that? Listen to this tomorrow on Amazon Music. Reese will beat the dog shit out of Ryan. Man, bro, make that nigga wake up and apologize in the morning. Sorry, I haven't signed the contract to fight you. You know, but let's move on, man. I mean, we gonna keep the conversation, bro. We just moving on. We just moving on up to the east side. Finally got a piece of. We're gonna stay on this topic though. And Ryan Garcia, man, nigga, ain't gonna never. I mean, like I said, nigga beat me that bad, look like Barrios, nigga. Man. I don't know. I might have to go to the car and get the strap. Fuck that, nigga. Nigga had me looking like that, nigga. Get the strap. The 50 Cent said, get the strap. So Oscar De La Hoya responded to Floyd Mayweather's demand about the weight, right? Now, Floyd also said that Oscar had to give Fight Hype an exclusive interview as part of negotiations for the Tank fight. Now, Floyd, like I said before, when you really don't want to make a fight, when you really don't want to fight for your right, when you really don't want to fight somebody, man, It's all you do. You find issues in the situation. So it said Mayweather was a smaller guy. I chose the glove. I sold the most. I was older. I dictated everything, and I made the majority of the $150 million pot. So tell Gervonta to do the same thing if he really believes in himself. So good clapback for Oscar. But then again, Ryan they gonna live through each other on this one, bro. They ain't gonna never fight each other. They never gonna fight each other again, right? Which I wouldn't mind seeing them fight each other, but Oscar De La Hoya didn't want to fight that UFC dude. Who had a damn Evander Holyfield out there. I don't know who cleared Evander. That gotta be the same person who cleared Abner Mares, but Oscar got a point. But Ryan Garcia ain't Oscar De La Hoya. He ain't, he ain't the pool here. Tank is the pool. Tank is the pool. So, why would Ryan Garcia need to bet? Why would Tank need to bet on himself versus Ryan Garcia? That makes no sense. He don't need to. I understand the thinking behind this. He don't need to. He the lion share winner. You know what I'm saying? Mayweather, he been on pay-per-view. He sold better tickets than Ryan Garcia. So, Ryan Garcia is just more than well known outside the boxing universe, and we don't know if his numbers really are what they say they are. Or what are they? They don't say his numbers are nothing. They don't say their numbers are nothing, but like I said before, this is really about Oscar and Floyd Mayweather. All right? And this fight gonna get overshadowed about Oscar and Floyd Mayweather. And that's the sad thing about it because, stylistically and what it's gonna deliver, it's gonna be worthy of the buck they're gonna ask for. It's gonna get your bang for your buck in this fight. But it's about Floyd and it's about, Ryan Garcia and all this stuff, and that's what it's about. They can negotiate that in the contract. Okay, we're gonna come to 140, we go 150,000. We're gonna advance Tank 100,000 for out of our pocket, out the pot just for doing it. Then we don't even know what's up with the network. So, my boy told me that Floyd said they don't have no problem with the network. I didn't hear him say that. Then they're gonna split the dividends with the zone and Showtime. So it's a lot of just different things that you got to get over. It's a lot of different things that they got to get over. So, like I said before, it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be real interesting, but it really just really is the return of Mayweather. But without Oscar De La Hoya, it ain't no money Mayweather. Even if he went on and it's no De La Hoya, he fight Ricky Hatton. That Ricky Hatton fight don't do what it's supposed to do. He don't get what he's supposed to get without Oscar De La Hoya, and also without him talking the amount of shit that he talked too. Floyd Mayweather, he really sold that fight. De La Hoya was the pull, and it was gonna sell a certain number. Whatever it was gonna sell, it was gonna sell. But Floyd Mayweather really, that 24/7, whoever idea was that really took the negotiations to another level. That's what really did it. That's what real Floyd Mayweather mouthpiece really do it, and that's what it is, and that's what this fight. It's sad to say, but that's what this fight really should be built on. It's really like Oscar versus Floyd Mayweather 2, the rematch that we never got, and that's fine. It's unfortunate for the two young fighters that's involved in this fight. It's very unfortunate because they deserve to have that fight put on a pedestal because they're very popular in their own right. But then again, having Mayweather and Oscar be the masters, that can't help the revenue. But that's what you get when you sign up. When you sign to the Golden Boy and AW next Golden Boy, you sign to Floyd. You know what this gonna do. You know exactly what you signed up for. So it is what it is. Use your TO advantage, sell some tickets. But if the weight really an issue, then financially, take a percentage out the check. If it's 500,000 for the weight, if it's $250,000 out the weight, pay Tank for his inconvenience of having to come up to 140. Tank say he been living a cleaner lifestyle. I think everything Tank then went through having that child that made Tank a better fighter, bro. That's what I think. I think it made him a better person. He's slowing down. He probably learning some things. And like I said before, when you fight in court cases and all that shit, of course. Of course, that's what it do. That's exactly what it do to you. A child to change a lot of things. You know, a woman can't change a man. She can't. You know, a child can make a man change. You know what I'm saying? You can change his environment and get him away from trouble. You can change some things in there, but to be honest, somebody who really gonna change got to change for themselves. And that's the honest truth. You got to change for yourself. You know, or change for something greater. He said, Johnson, this was 2006. They had dogs, bro. No cap. What are you talking about? Trout sued the WBO. Yeah. They all do that shit. Trust me. You had a Kondo who fought Olympias for the IBF world title after Terrence Crawford dropped it, and the Kondo never fought outside his country. How? Look at his resume. I thought he beat Libanese too, but look at what Regis Progress did to Taylor Face. Ryan don't got a chance. Regis Progress ain't, man, he signed with the wrong people, but then again, it is what it is. As long as your paper straight, you know, it is what it is. He said, you way older than me for sure. I thought you was talking about, I know what you're talking about, how Oscar and Floyd, two egomaniacs. He said, I think Oscar and Floyd going to marinate till 2020. Man, it could. I ain't really like, wonder why Christmas missed us. No heat. Wonder why. I really ain't caring about it. I don't care, bro. When Tank do fight, I will say, bro, it is all. When he can fight a crackhead, it's explosive. Hector Camacho is getting inducted into the Nevada Boxing Hall of Fame. Shout out to Hector Camacho. If you ain't seen this Alejandro Cruz, you ain't seen his documentary on Showtime, bro. Crazy. They just caught his kid. They just arrested his alleged killers, bro. That's crazy. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I think the feds in Puerto Rico, I could be wrong. So, yeah, you know, Puerto Rico went the Wild Wild West, but like it used to be. I think the feds started coming down. I heard no update on Felix Verdejo neither. But support the channel, Cash App, $, CJ Good 313. Like I said, Verdejo case and, you know, cases like, what's my man's down there with the Carolina Panthers back in the late 90s, early 2000s? You know, man, bro, it's just cheaper just to, man, if you got a chick, you had a chick on it, you got a baby on the side, it's better just to come clean, bro. Deal what you got to deal with. You got a lot of chicks that's still messing with you. You know, even if you have a baby outside the marriage and all that shit, if she leaves, she leave. If you want to beat on you, do all that type of stuff, just take it. At the end of the day, it ain't even worth it, bro. You're going to look back 20, 30 years and be like, bro, you know, just man up. All that shit, man, you get another chick knocked up, you know what you was doing, bro. You know, even, you know, when you know, have sex, that's what's meant for procreation. So you know it's a chance, bro. You know it's a good chance. So Charles to W because of Liam Smith fought Canelo. Trout was supposed to fight. So, no, he just sued them. He just sued somebody again. So he just sued somebody again. So I forget who it was. He just sued somebody else. You hear about Al Heyman deal. What's the new deal? D. Riley, what's the new deal? I haven't heard about it. We was talking about JUCO football. They were released. I saw the docs on Showtime. It was great to watch. That shit was fire. What about JUCO football? I don't know much about it. But like I said before, if they marinate this fight, this one fight that's marinated, I wouldn't care if it happened or didn't happen. It's gonna be a great fight though. You know, I wouldn't care honestly. Either way, I wouldn't care. I wouldn't give a damn. You know, now if they end up getting belts and beating a couple real guys, then yeah, I'm all for it. I'm all for it. I'm all for it. I'm all for it all day. Trout starting to get a little punchy. He needs to retire. Hey man, you gotta feed the babies, bro. You gotta feed the baby. But like I said before, Oscar and Floyd, bro. You know, what's the chances of Crawford and Spence and Tank and Ryan happening at the end of the year, bro? I think this would actually go down as probably the best year in boxing in the last 5 to 7 years, bro. This actually would. You know, and also you could be Devin Haney said one true about the Camboso fight. You're gonna get Loma coming back, Tio coming back. I wonder can Tio squeeze 2 in this year? I think he probably gonna try to squeeze 2 in this year. Andrade got to come back versus Jenny Big. Eddie Hearn dropped him like it's hot. You know, Eddie Hearn washed his hands with purified water from Lake Minnetonka. Demetrius Andrade, he tired of his shit. I mean, I heard when the Charlo twins got something. Obviously, it's out Jamel, but I heard Jamal and Charlo got something cooking right now. So if I hear anything, if I'm able to say what I'm supposed to say about it, but I heard an opponent that he could be fighting, and it ain't Shalansky, whatever that nigga name is, Lucky. So I mean, obviously, who else you gonna have coming back, bro? I don't know if Gary Russell gonna come back. I don't think AB gonna fit another one in this year. Keith gonna have to come back, so it'll be a good year. Shakir gonna come back versus Kasiko. I mean, they might as well just gave him a check and just I don't even get why he fighting him. Like, bro, I'd rather see him go fight Sheik Foster. He said King Car. He said Ryan and Tank could help. Man, bro, they not about to stack that card, bro. Have you not seen PBC undercards? That's two separate cards, bro. The both of their undercards gonna be trash. Both of their undercards gonna be trash. So they ain't gonna put that on the undercard. You crazy, bro? They two separately card. Y'all be having a lot of pipe dreams, bro. Street dreams are made of these. But it's not happening. Sources. Hey, it don't happen. It don't happen. It ain't gonna. What T.I. say? You ain't gonna stop my show motivation. It'd be nice with some revenue towards Christmas time, though. Keith not fighting till 2025. Keith said he's supposed to come back this year, October. Let me see. You remember that trash card they have for Canelo Airplane? I don't even remember. Remember that trash card they have for Floyd and Pacquiao? Instead of putting Loma and Leo on the same card, they put them in two separate fights. Trash. He said, why Ryan Garcia ain't calling out Josh Taylor and them? He wanted to fight little dudes. I don't blame that nigga, man. Ain't knocking on that door neither, Johnny. He did have a bad fight. Let's see what he comes. Catterall might just have his number, just like Adam Kanaki should have just went about his day and left Robert Helenius alone. I remember they first fought. My channel was hacked like a day or two before that. I remember when they first fought. He should have left that shit alone. Sometimes it's just shit. If the money too much, bro, cool. I understand. If the money too much, I get it, bro. Like, you got to get your ass whooped for a certain dollar amount, man. I get it. I really, really do. But sometimes it's just niggas you should leave alone, bro. And he was one of them. Yeah, you right. 2026, bro. I was the Barclays Center for Tank and Rolly. Everyone was in the hallway during the undercard. Lara versus Sullivan was I don't know what that meant. But yeah, Tank should be going down though. Like, bro, there'll be a lot of little skirts at the bar. The Barclays Center, if you like an urban feel and possibly getting a feel that you might get shot, that's the fight for you. They shooting in there when I was in there. Hell yeah, they was in that bitch shooting, cuz. But yeah, man, it was hella work in there though. I ain't gonna lie. Man, this one chick tried to pick up trying to give me go back to Harlem with her. I was like, nah, bro, I'm on a live with my girl and shit. She all peeking over to see. I'm like, yeah, yo, you got a nice living room. She wanted me to smash her ass. I was like, nah, hell no. It ain't worth it, sir. And stop knocking my pipe dreams, CJ. Street dreams are made of these. Earl versus Bud. Earl versus, man, Earl ain't fighting no fucking boots. I'm waiting on Benavidez allegedly big fight in November. It ain't Jamal Charlo. I'll tell you that right now. Street dreams are made of it ain't him. Not from what I'm hearing, but things could change. It ain't him. It's probably gonna be your boy. It's probably gonna be my man's Charlo stablemate. What's his name? David Morrell. It's probably gonna be David Morrell. So could be. Probably gonna be David Morrell, bro. So yeah, hey, that's a good fight too. It's a good. I'm telling y'all, as soon as a football snap, my nigga, watch what I tell you. I mean, college football. As soon as a college or a professional football to snap, you're gonna see all types of cards. You're gonna have to pick if you're on the West Coast, UFC playing UCLA or playing the Oregon Ducks or whatever. And UFC is a real hot bet to win a national championship for some reason. Why? I think it's gonna take them a couple years, but as soon as you hear football, who can it? Oh my, you hear that shit, they're gonna start making the biggest and the best fights. Mark my words. You know what I'm saying? But hey, the fall, my favorite season, bro, as I got older, bro. Pumpkin patches and shit. Honey hay rides, you put your hoodie and shit out. It's right. It's kind of like you kind of got a little smell you get, bro. It's like right before. It's kind of like you smell stacking season come. So you spend a couple hours you're gonna spend. Yeah, it's a good little season though, bro. I love October. We watch hella 100 movies. I'm a horror movie guy. That's what I watch, but they don't make them like that. I'm gonna go see my man's movie tomorrow. No, what's it called? Nope. I'm gonna go see it. I like Get Out. I like Us. So yeah, I'm gonna go see it. Yeah, Morel is my guy. But I got Ben up to beat ass in that fight. Just too much experience. Though. It's gonna be a fight. New deal, make fools right. Fight. He said, "You hearing Charlo Munguia? That's what I'm hearing." Yeah, I don't know. Maybe you hearing right. You might be right. I don't know. I can't say. I don't know. But it ain't been a Vides is what I can say. But let's switch over to Danny Boy. And I ain't talking about the singer. Love it when you toss it up. Well, ain't that the song he was on? Oh, it's Casey, baby. They said they shot that movie, that video shoot wrapped up the day before he died. That's what my man from KC from Jodeci said, or was it Joe? Yeah, it was KC from Jodeci said that. He said that video wrapped up the day before he died. I think Lisa Ray was in that video. Ooh, it's Casey, baby. That shit was hard, man. When Pac, man, when I remember Pac died, man, it felt like you lost your brother, man. Niggas was literally crying, pouring out liquor. People was depressed when Pac died, man. I'm kind of tearing up now, bro. Man, I loved his like angry shit, but my thing was his the positive Pac, like Tupac strictly for my niggas. They got me trapped. Can't keep the black man down. Man, I love that Pac. I love that Pac. H to the O to the, that was my sheet. I'm down to the E. Yeah, man, that was my nigga. But Danny Garcia claims he was 50% for the Errol Spence Jr. fight, right? So he said, I'm feeling great mentally, physically. I'm feeling great, said Danny Garcia to Fight Hub. I'm 85% better, but I'm 100% better overall. I was 50% then, said Danny Swift when asked about his improvement since his loss to Errol Spence Jr. He said, it's an opportunity of a lifetime. And for me, it's do or die. Do you want to ride? I don't have to do that. Nigga, I see my Cadillac and chop it up with do or die. Danny about his July 35 with Jose Benavidez Jr. So the stakes is high for both of us. Yeah, because I got the win. Garcia said about there being pressure on him. He's Erickson Lara is going to fight me regardless. All I got to do is win. Besides Canelo, I'd be the biggest name he fought. Yeah, he might be right there. Yeah. He said you got to give your head a rest. Remember, in boxing, you get hit. No matter how good of a defense you got, you're still going to get hit. You still have to spar hundreds of rounds, said Garcia about his long break of fighting. He said you still have to come here with the same energy every day and push yourself, even when you don't feel like doing it. So you do that for 25 years, and you're going to have a breaking point. You got to listen to your body, and that's the most important thing to listen to is your body. He quote, even before I fought Spitz, I was feeling tired. I don't have to fight, said Danny Garcia when he told that he's made a generation of money during his 15-year professional career. Quote, you sit back like, I ain't got to fight. Why am I going to get hit for a couple million when I already got that in the bank? He said, sometimes you got to weigh your options of risk versus reward, but I feel good. And other than that, I miss boxing. I love it. It's just what I do. It isn't about the money. Sometimes I knock people out and forget to get my money, said Danny Garcia. So obviously he did an interview. I guess this was with my man from Showtime. But like I said before, if he is feeling 50%, if he's feeling 50% versus Errol Spence, why he didn't come back and prove it versus why didn't he come back and prove versus Terrence Crawford then? During Cushion asked him about fighting Terrence Crawford. Danny Garcia said, oh, no, not my next fight. So, and then you don't want to fight, Terrence Crawford even after, when you see what happened with Errol Spence, win, lose, or draw. That's still a good fight for Danny Garcia. And Danny Garcia turned around and says he going to be fighting Erickson Lara. So like I said before, he said win, lose, or draw, he going to fight Lara. So what they going to plan to do is strip they're going to plan to strip. Then he also said, he says he was mentally at 15% for the Errol Spence fight. It's on Fight Hub TV. He said out to Marcos. He said he was only 15% mentally versus the Errol Spence fight. So I mean, obviously it is what it is. It is what it is. Do I believe that? No, Spence said he had a hard camp too, but you don't hear Spence making excuses. If Spence would have lost to Danny Garcia, everybody, including myself, it would have been. I'd be like, yeah. I'd be like, yeah, man. I'd have been like, how you should be like, yeah, man, he went through a lot, bro. Like he went through a car accident, bro, and he still beat Keith Thurman back. Come on, he still beat Keith Thurman back. Then he turns around, he picks Errol Spence after saying it's 50-50, and that's fine. You know what I'm saying? That's definitely fine. I can't get mad at him for his opinion, bro. Maybe he got a call from Al Heyman, maybe he didn't. That's his opinion. But my thing is, then you turn around, you fight Jose Benavidez, you come back. We ain't seen you since the Errol Spence. Errol Spence then, since then, he didn't went through a car. I mean, he didn't came back from a car window, bust his eye, came back already, beat Ugas, got a third belt, and you still ain't come back in the ring. And you fight Jose Benavidez Jr. Like, come on. Come on, man. It wasn't no better options up there for him. You could have fought Terrence Crawford in the summer. I mean, like he said, he needed a break, so I respect that. But he already know he fighting Lara, and Lara probably gonna get upgraded to the Super WBA title. And you hear Floyd bitching and complaining about how they gave Triple G a special permit. Triple G, Leo Santa Cruz hadn't had a mandatory for that WBA belt in forever. Triple G, hey, it is what it is. Leo Santa Cruz don't bring half the revenue that Triple G bring. And obviously it's unfair to ask him to do that shit in different weight classes. But to me, that shit trash for Danny Garcia. And I ain't even the biggest Spence fan. People classify me the biggest Spence hater, but I ain't hating. I'm just providing the facts. To me, that's trash by Danny Garcia. And all that's going to make people want to do is see old boy beat his ass now. And that's the honest truth. That's all it's going to do is make people want to root for Jose Benavidez. You going all the way up to fight Lara. For what? For what? I don't get it. I don't get it. I know he old as shit. I get that part. Really do. But like I said before, it's always about the routes of least resistance, bro. And if Al Heyman fumble this, this PBC shit, man, it won't be a mystery on why it didn't work. It won't be. At all. Crazy. Gary Russell done. He got a shoulder injury. I ain't getting into that. Pac dying was a sad day. Yes, it was. No, that's and Brenda Wilder baby that had Lisa Ray too. He did say he couldn't find sparring for Errol fight. I mean that's fucked up if he couldn't find sparring for Errol fight. I mean, shit, that's what it is. It was the pandemic. You should have just said, since you don't need the money, you should have said no. But yeah, it was a touchy time back then. So that's what it is. We'll see. Danny and his daddy full of shit. Kid Bud, of course. It was up to his daddy. He'd fight Terrence Crawford, but he know better. So Lara not getting Triple G fighter or Danny gonna fight Lara for W. He ain't getting no Triple G ain't fight Lara. For that little bit of money coming off the Canelo fight, man, Triple G might stay at 68. He should go fight Caleb Plant. You all know he gonna lose to Canelo. That ain't no mystery. Danny made a bunch of excuses, went 12 rounds with Spence, and then said Spence is too strong for Crawford. He got that call. He got that hotline bling from Al Heyman. Nigga, like, man, what you out here saying? Come on. It is what it is. He might be too strong for Errol Spence. It's not out the realm of possibility. Reggie Singleton says, CJ, what's up? Danny lying on 50%. Why he said he was 100% whenever him and Errol Spence had their press conference. I don't remember their press conference. I really can't remember like the little individual workouts they had. But if he said that, then hey, either he's the truth or he lying at one point. Somewhere is a lie, somewhere the truth. But he got smoked. He got smoked, Lo. He got smoked. He got cooked. That boy out here got cooked. He got cooked. Then I ain't even pay attention to like a couple highlights they put up. And people said, "Well, Danny hurt Errol Spence." I ain't even pay attention to that in the fight. I didn't even know he knocked his mouthpiece out. All I seen was him getting cooked. That nigga marinated, sauteed, air fried him. They said the air fryer. This dude on Instagram was saying the air fryer is made of toxic, some toxic material. I didn't watch the whole thing, but make sure y'all thumbs up the video, by the way. You know, you can find it, but you mean shit. I don't use non-stick pans for sure. I don't use them. I mean, if you know, you know. If you know, I still ain't heard that Pusha T album yet, bro. I just not like the couple songs he had off there. I still don't see nobody talking to him. Shout out to my boy Reggie Single. Shout out to Texas. If Danny was 50% versus Earl, he must have been 50% versus Porter and Thurman too, because that nigga looked the same effing way. I mean, his daddy said that the Thurman fight and the Porter fight was identical. He said they both could have went the same way. He said, Terence Crawford fought Sean Porter on the way out. But then again, you and your son want to go all the way to the middleweight limit or close to the middleweight limit and catch weight with Laura and fight Laura, but not fight Bud. That's one thing that's one thing PBC is notorious. We are. They notorious for talking shit and running, nigga. You know what I'm saying? They like Carmelo Anthony when he punched Nate Robinson and started running 90 feet, nigga. Nigga had Nate Robinson pushing him. That's why Nate Robinson thought I believe I can beat Jake. I can knock Paul through that open door. That's what he really thought. That nigga say, man, I had Carmelo running 90 feet. And then Carmelo gonna stand outside the bus because he wanted something with KG after he said Lala tastes like honey nut Cheerios, knowing that you got chased all the way down 90 feet by Nate Robinson. Now seeing what Nate Robinson got did by Jake Paul, you know what I'm saying? Niggas thought because KG got elbowed by Anthony Pillar that he was sweet, but you got walked down by a midget. Crazy, yeah, it's a crazy world out here. Can't be flat-footed, low-volume counter-puncher versus Earl. You're going to get washed. Nothing he can do about it at all. I mean, he said he threw like 700 punches. So at all. When you're gonna be flat-footed, you gotta take a chance, bro. When you're gonna be a counter puncher and he got too much length, you're gonna have to take a chance, bro. You can't just, you can't, punch on a prayer. We're punching on a prayer. You can't punch on a prayer. You gotta take a chance. You gotta put 2, 3. You gotta throw 2 or 3 shots to get in there and then get off. That nigga got dog walk. That nigga, took that nigga to the petting zoo and let the kids rub him. He said Lloyd Banks' new album good. Check it out, bro. I can't listen to old rappers, dog. Pusha T Daytona was the only exception, nigga. Like I can't listen to old rappers, bro. Not the albums. I'm sorry. I'm part of the problem in hip hop. I apologize. But no, I can't listen to no old ass niggas rappers. I can't. Yeah, I'm just gonna listen to your old shit. Yeah, I don't know. Then he started coming out strong versus Thurman and Porter. Because Thurman had put a lot of fucking rounds in the bank. Thurman was just coasting. Kick, push, and coast. Laugh out there, Melon, nigga, man. Like he about to do something with KG. Nigga, you couldn't do shit with Nate Robinson, nigga. I thought Prime Thurman would be Spence high IQ. Man, nigga. I don't know. Prime for prime. I thought Thurman would be a problem, too. I thought Thurman could get him, but I don't know, man. I think Errol Spence survived that shit. He might be down. I think Errol Spence been to beat the hell out of Keith Thurman. What we know now. Yeah, he threw 700, bro. Earl threw a rack. Look it up. He outthrew him by 3. Well, shit, that's a lot for Danny Garcia. What's the welterweight limit for puncher's thumb? Hold on. What's the welterweight average for puncher's thumb? Hold on. Okay, yeah, you're right. It says that given the average between two extreme or of the spectrum and multiplying by 12 rounds, You got an average of 780 thrown punches between two people at an average of 64. So that's between two people. So I mean, that's between two people though. So Floyd averaged 39 punches per round. So he averaged 39 punches a round. But that's Floyd. He had bad hands though. So I mean, you go 39 times 12, you get 468. So I mean, I'm pretty sure 700, but he had to throw 700 for nigga throwing 1,000 if you ain't going to get ran out the ring. So you had to throw at least 700. These days, boxers can't exchange and mix it up like Morales and Hagler. Man, you don't even got aggressive fighters no more. You don't even got pressure fighters no more. And when you get pressure fighters, they shit on niggas like Arthur Beterbiev. You know what I'm saying? They shit on them type of niggas. Like, them real, not like Inoue where he'll kind of walk you down with end of the punches pressure. That's kind of what I'm gonna call it. I'm a nigga rigging. Like, I'm talking about people that's gonna go get all up in your chest and smell your breath. Like them, they don't make them niggas like that no more. Everybody wanna be cute, hitting the pass, slipping, moving, all that. Man, I used to miss watching Hagler and Chavez Duran mix it up, and Hagler and Duran can also box too. They don't do that shit no more, man. They really ain't got inside fight. Madonna was like last of a dying breed, bro. Arthur Beterbiev, last of a dying breed. They don't make them like that no more. Everybody want to be slick and shit, but people don't know. People don't know them macho badass niggas like Duran and Chavez. That's the equalizer to these niggas today that like the boxing. Man, Chavez would take Errol Spence. Man, he'd take Errol Spence to man. He get Terrence Crawford hell too. Nigga might lose. But you can get them, they bigger than him, but he gonna give you hell, bro. Durant, woo. That's why Floyd ain't fight Sean Porter. Look what Madonna did. Sean Porter would have gave Floyd hell. I haven't listened to Banks since 03. He threw 1,000 punches at the crossing it. Sound fishy to me. Well, he throwing 1,000 versus Mikey Garcia, wasn't he? And didn't put a dent in his ass. Didn't put a dent in his hip. Who you got? Nick Young or Swagger? Blueface? Blueface. I'm slipping. I'm the one doing the modeling. He said, I never let the beef get cold, nigga. Where's the beef? That's my nigga right there. Blueface, we talking some shit. I like the unorthodox delivery. I like that shit. But when niggas in Detroit be rapping off beef forever, niggas in the Bay be doing that shit forever too. Play with my respect, leave a nigga better than a dream. That's my nigga right there, though. But he can box better than I seen Jackie P hit the bag. I hit the body little pad. I was like, bro, man. Adrian Peterson and Le'Veon Bell should be fighting coming up soon too. CompuBond says Danny and Earl had similar power punches landed. No, nigga, we know who landed the power. I got the power. We know who was taxing that ass, nigga, man. Nigga beat Philarican. He beat the shit out the Philarican. He beat the shit out the Philarican. That nigga had a Fila sign on his ass when Errol Spence got done with him. David Benavidez pressure though. Yeah, he did. Yeah. He him too. Hell of a fighter. Love watching David Benavidez fight. You right. He said, yes, sir. Chavez Duran, the equalizer to the pity black pass slick block fight. Now, you gotta have a nigga like Frankie Randall in there. You can't just be pity pat. You gotta be like James Toney and them niggas, man. You can't be all fighting defensive, throwing a couple punches, or you can't throw 1,000 meaningless punches. Them niggas will kill you, bro. You hear Mike Tyson talk about Roberto Duran. Roberto Duran is the only fighter that can literally quit versus Sugar Ray Leonard and get away with it, bro. He literally, that's literally a footnote in his career. It's not nothing like ethnic wise or nothing racist though. He just was a badass dude, bro. He just was badass, man. It's kind of funny, kind of see him transition to an older guy that's happy. It's bad. Mike Tyson too, man. It's kind of crazy, man. Mike Tyson was the baddest nigga on the planet at one point, bro. The baddest nigga on the planet, bro. Shit. Imagine Mike kick your door in over Rob. It's Mike. He had Brad Pitt shook. Wasn't it Brad Pitt? Eastern Europeans still about that life. They just don't give them. Man, they just don't, man. They don't, man. The white Mike Tyson, he kind of fought like that, but they don't fight like that neither. Like Triple G and Kovalev like to keep you at the end of their punches, dog. Guy, I haven't seen a lot of Genovic. I've seen a little bit, but I mean like the real like inside fighters, man. Like They like, man, I used to love watching that shit. Man, I guess it's so appreciated because it's so limited now. Then Swaggy P get cold feet him. He pulled out. No, I just read today. No, I watch him hit the bag. I say, man, I don't blame that nigga, man. But he sick. Blueface ain't small neither. He ain't small neither. Hell no, that nigga like 6'3", 6'4". He was a quarterback. He was a quarterback, man. Somebody ain't gonna be happy that somebody get hurt. Nick Young said 4 days ago he gonna KO Blueface in 15 seconds. So yeah, they still fighting. Shit, niggas need that money. What people do for money. He said those strong ass Russians got something in the water. They OD, man. Well, you know, didn't they have a history of that shit in the Olympics? I'm rocking with AP, my favorite athlete growing up. Shout out to Adrian Peterson. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't have nothing. I don't get nothing against Le'Veon Bell. He was a Michigan State Spartan though, but yeah, I love AP. I used to love watching AP run all over the Lions. Well, you talking about my favorite running backs of all time? Obviously, Barry Sanders. I mean, I don't have to say that. I'm from Detroit. Lawrence, LaDainian Tomlinson, Corey Dillon was two of my favorites. Terrell Davis right there. Those was 3 of my favorites right there. If I had to have a 5th one, I don't know, man. Maybe Peterson be in there, man. If I had a 5th one, I love watching Derrick Henry run, though, man. I probably put Derrick Henry in there, bro. Boy, I love watching that man run, dude. Derrick Henry, man. I will not get in front of that freight train, nigga. They had to cut me. You love watching Derrick Henry run. Durant quit versus Sugar Ray, and I still put him over Sugar Ray all the time. Yeah, it was some weird. Sugar Ray was an opportunist. We have to get into that history. That's why I got a problem with Haney. He don't sit down on nothing. We'll see how it goes when he move up. I think he'll make the adjustment, bro. I think he gonna. I think if it's about loss or it's about experience, he'll make the adjustment. Tank is dumb if he let the bag just go just fight Ryan 2 times and then retire. And you know he love to fight. He been doing it since he was a kid. You see the video of him punching another kid. The kid said, "What that nigga had in blood?" Devin hit like he not had puberty yet. He got to give me some skills. He got some skills. I mean, he don't have to. He'll learn how to sit down because at some point he ain't gonna be able to rely on his legs like that. Floyd was just, Floyd was always a good puncher. His dad preached, combination. The way he kind of really fought early on was more of his father. I think if his father never went to jail, I think you would have seen a way more offensive Floyd Mayweather. Yeah, his dad he did teach defense and all that. His dad was more of a combination teacher. You watch him like hit the pass with Juan Guzman back in the day. He was more of a combination guy. Ryan the Tank is can do over 1 million. Everyone wants to see. I don't know who everyone is. People in my demographic don't care. Not my, just my age range. I don't know too many people. But I think you're right though. The children are the future. People don't realize how special it is for a lightweight champ to become a champ at welterweight, especially back in Durant era. Yeah, I mean, Henry Armstrong held 3. What was it? Lightweight, welterweight, middleweight. He had 3 simultaneously. And they were saying he died alone and broke. That's crazy. He held 3 titles simultaneously, bro. Woo! That man held 3 titles simultaneously, dog. 3. And bad motherfucker, man. No cap, I worked at security at the strip club in Dallas called XTC. In 2012, I had to break up a fight. AP was involved in the wildest night of my life. As a boxer, I still can't believe drunk Mexican fired on AP. I want to know how that went. I wouldn't even mess with I wouldn't even mess with AP, bro. I wouldn't be no bouncer, bro. They tried to get me to be a bouncer for a Plies concert. I think it was at like the Sting or Titty Bar here. Hell no. Whatever they paying, it ain't enough for me to bounce. It ain't enough. I can't stand the bouncers at the club, man. Yeah. I think I got through out of 1 club for nothing. Early on, Floyd was known as a power punch till his hands became brittle. Yep. Got any other questions on answering? But yeah, man. I can't wait to football season because I know when the best boxing gonna start rolling. Mark my words. Mark my words. Y'all don't get fights y'all niggas never asked for. Cardi B versus Nicki Minaj. 8 rounder, at Master Square Garden and shit like that. Mark my words. Mark my words. Go get Tyson Fury versus Andy Ruiz. Shit like that. But Usyk and AJ ain't too far out. Usyk and AJ is not too far out. It is not. It's coming. Virgil Ortiz got a fight coming up in a couple weeks. Danny fight next week. So shit, we ain't too far out. I think Usyk and AJ, it's the second biggest fight out there that's made already. And then I think, Triple G and Canelo number one, the trilogy. The trilogy. Fight. Trilogy gonna be that trilogy, man. I'm glad when it's over with, bro. Our poll is at 53 votes. 57% Ryan is a better fighter than Barrios. To Barrios 43%. So we if you ain't voted, vote. If you ain't hit the thumbs up button, come on, man, it's free. I don't care if you hit the thumbs down button. I had a strength AP. He's a strong dude, man. They would have had to cash me out. Henry Armstrong, we talking all top 5 all time, great, easily. That'll never be done again, bro. They probably had same day weigh-ins. Cardi gonna win with her twerk and knock her ass out. Man, Nicki Minaj, man, she just she jealous because Cardi beats her pastor, but that's fine and shit because without Cardi, it probably ain't. Without Nicki, it ain't no Cardi. Without Lil Kim and Missy and Brad, and the Brad was the first female rapper to go platinum, and Port Georgie and what's my MC Light and Queen Latifah. Who you calling? You in 19 line? Without them, bro, it ain't. Without Lady of Rage and I think what was my KRS One wife used to rap. They say she just passed away too. Without them, it ain't no Cardi B. So that's what niggas be killing me, bro. Without Cool Mo D and Grandmaster Flash, the Furious 5 and Rappers Delight made a lot of niggas want to rap. Houdini, Run DMC, Rakim. What's my man's name from Queens and shit? Cool G Rap. Without them niggas, it ain't like Nas and all them type of dudes, bro. Yeah, Miss Melanie. Yeah, rest in peace to her. Ain't none of them, dude. Without Miss Melanie and all them type of people, bro. Without people that came before him. Without, I think it was a Michael Thompson that Michael Jordan looked up to. And without Dr. J, niggas, you can't really be great when you taking shit from other athletes. Really, Joe Louis is the man in his era. You'll never know if Joe really can beat Muhammad Ali. You never know if Joe can really beat Rocky Marciano in his prime. So you got to appreciate everybody for what they were in their time because, Muhammad Ali, took a lot of his shit from Sugar Ray Robinson. Mike Tyson took a lot of his shit away from the small fighters. And obviously he was a smaller little dude. So a lot of people just, we can't really, call LeBron the greatest without saying Michael. Can't call Michael the greatest without saying Magic and Bird. And, Magic and Bird without saying like Dr. J and Wilt Chamberlain and Lou Alcindor / Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and, George Mikan and Pistol Pete, who was the original N1 white boy. He was the original N1, fanatic. You pointing a lot of that shit point back to him. You can't really say, Cotto better than Trinidad. Without Trinidad, is it really, we don't know what the effect he had on Miguel Cotto. Can you really say Chavez better than Canelo? Chavez paved the way. Can you really say you greater than somebody that you molded your game after? Yeah, Lauren Hill. Can you really say that shit, man? Shit crazy. Once you really think about the greatest, who the best argument, imagine how much shit LeBron took from Jordan and Jordan took from, I think it was Michael Thompson and how the fact that Dr. J had on niggas, George Gervin, Nate Tiny Archibald would be a fucking stud in today's game, bro. A stud. Avery Johnson would be a stud in today's game. It's crazy, bro. You really can't call people greater than who you molded your game after. How can I take something from you and say, I'm greater than you? Like, without taking that ingredient, bro. Taking the sugar out of sweet potatoes, out of candy yams. You really call them candy yams? Taking the cheese out of macaroni. And cheese, just macaroni. You're gonna just eat macaroni with butter and fucking pet milk, whatever you put it in. It's crazy. He said that's why JJ Redick's a cornball for saying dudes were plumbers in the 50s and 60s. Man, your plumber's been to knock your ass out. Wilt Chamberlain is the greatest athlete that maybe even walked the earth, bro. Go look at it. And Bill Russell had to be somewhere close because he had Wilt Chamberlain number. Go look at Wilt Chamberlain. He played professional volleyball after he retired. If you got any questions, I'll answer them. You know, so when you talking about, you know, nigga, like that's crazy. That's like Joe Louis. You know, I was talking to Lion Killer. Go check out his channel, Lion Killer Podcast. A lot of people consider him the greatest puncher ever. Come on, you know, Jack Johnson. You know, come on, how many people just you take it from the next person? You take it from the next person. The one thing that's really dropped off in sports, and not even just boxing. Only thing that really ain't dropped off probably is mixed martial arts because it's still in the infant stage. But the teachers, bro, like in basketball, watch basketball, that shit make me mad. It's so much it's like from like people think it's really different how people say Rasheed Wallace said my era was different for LeBron. They count the years and say, well, LeBron came in 03, Rasheed was playing in early 2000. Like it's a different era from 2003 to 96. It's different basketball. From 1980, 91 is drastically different in basketball from 89, 88, 87. You know, but once you really know basketball, they changed the rules for Michael Jordan. You couldn't, in the 90s, you couldn't hand check him, but the Pistons, you couldn't be physical with them no more. You couldn't, flagrants, hard fouls became flagrants. Text, they start penalizing you because Michael Jordan started crying to David Stern. And once they changed the rules with flagrants, text, and throwing people out, you couldn't, then Michael Jordan, that was the gateway. When Michael Jordan won a title, then it went from that to, you can't hand check Michael Jordan no more. Then it went from hand checking Michael Jordan to you can't touch Michael Jordan no more. So of course, Michael Jordan is what superstar clause really manifesting into what they were. That's what the old people want to tell you. So yes, rule changes and modifications. I mean, think about when they took the stickum out the NFL and the cornerbacks couldn't use stickum to catch no more. Ain't that a drastic change of sport? If they say, well, you couldn't use stickum in 79 no more, in 70, that's a huge change. A lot of things can change. And 2020 was a huge year for the world, bro. A lot changed in 2020. Life pre-2020 is different than life post-2020. Tell me I'm lying. Come on, it's drastically different. So, when you start, talking about eras and different, like, bro, you really can't say you greater than somebody that helped build you. You really can't. So saying dudes in the 50s and the 60s couldn't play, get out of here. JJ Redick, bro. You don't even have the ball. Like Lou Williams and them was Gilbert Arenas was saying all that shit. They couldn't survive in the 70s. 70s on back was the toughest era in basketball. 70 and pre-70 and everything on back, bro. And like Wilt Chamberlain used to argue with Michael Jordan. You can look these videos up. He used to argue with Michael Jordan. They made the game easier for Michael Jordan. They made the guard harder for Wilt Chamberlain. They told Wilt he couldn't dunk, all types of stuff. That's why Michael and Wilt Chamberlain used to get into it so much. Think about it. LeBron break Kareem Abdul-Jabbar record, right? Right? He break Hakeem record, bro. Can you really say he really broke Hakeem record? Hakeem didn't have a three-point line. The majority of Hakeem Olajuwon's career. He didn't have a three-point. Hakeem Olajuwon, yeah. How many three-pointers you think Hakeem Olajuwon made in his career? I mean, not Hakeem, I mean Kareem. How many threes you think Kareem made in his career? How many threes you think Kareem made in his career? Half his career, the line didn't exist. Defensive Player of the Year didn't exist the majority of his career neither. They didn't have a three-point line until 1979, 80. So he went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years. He went 10 years without having a three-point line, right? For his career. I bullshit you not. He never attempted a three-pointer. Obviously, he never made a three-pointer. He was a career 55, almost 56% free throw shooter. And he leads the NBA in scoring without attempting or taking a three. And I showed this the other day, and I compared the Warriors averaging 111 points a game. Right? You talking about the let's say the 88, 89 NBA team stats, right? Here we go, right here. Right? Constant OT talk, right? I want to show y'all to you. You're gonna have to listen if you listen on the podcast, right? So you look at this stat, right? You're looking at the Atlantic, the Central, the Midwest Division, the Pacific Division, right? There was only 4 divisions in basketball back then, right? And once you look at these divisions, I'll make sure you can see this. Sorry, I'm gonna just put you down for a minute. We could pick whatever one we hone in, right? So we look at let me see what y'all can see. So we look at the Knicks per se. They went 52-30 this season, right? Their points per game was 116 points per game. Now look at these. Now I just want y'all to look at these stats, bro. 111, 100. Everybody averaged 100 points. Look at this. Everybody averaged 100 points except for the Miami Heat. And they was probably an expansion team. They was 15-67. Everybody in the NBA averaged 100 points. Peep game. Look. Everybody but the expired was close to expansion, bro. Right? Now look how many 3-pointers the New York. We don't use the Knicks as the measuring stick, right? The Knicks attempted 14 3-pointers a game. They made 4.7, right? And they averaged 100, whatever we said they averaged a game. I forget what it was. I got it zoomed in, right? They took 14. Look at everybody else. The only other team that averaged 10 attempts a game was Sacramento, and it was the Knicks. But let's use another. We can use the Knicks as an example. They attempted 2, they made 5, right? They averaged 52. They averaged 116 points per game. They gave up 113, right? All right. Look at the 2021 Golden State this year's Golden State team. All right. And I want to show you, people say, well, you got to shoot threes to be good in the NBA. No, you fucking don't. This team averaged, let me zoom out. Man, that was a hell of a zoom out. I don't even know what the hell happened. This team averaged 111 points a game. Right? They averaged 111 points a game. I don't care what they gave up. They attempted, this got to be 3,231 threes a game. They made 1,176 threes. And they averaged 111 points a game. You seeing this yourself. Right? So they averaged 39.4 threes per game. Come on. They averaged basically 40 threes a game, and they scored 111 points. You go back to the Knicks. Shout out to Ricky E. You go back to that Knicks team. They averaged 116 points on 14 attempted threes. Come on. And they telling you have to shoot threes to score a certain amount. And that was considered, it wasn't the most physical era in the NBA, but that was considered a physical era. So shout out to my boy Benjamin, folks. Salute. And it wasn't the most physical era, so I'm just using the Knicks as the, randomly. Come on. So can you really say that LeBron, he really broke Kareem's fucking record? Okay. Whatever. It's crazy. My boy Rob Rodriguez, salute. You ready for some football? I got the Raiders finishing last in that division, though, homie. I'm sorry. I just don't believe in Derek Carr. Yo, I seen a police officer pull somebody over today, man. They had an electric car, man. They had this light blue electric car. I said, man. He said something about the electric program. I said, man, I know they thought they was just a Prius or some shit. Will was the GOAT. He said, JJ, one of them white boys who think he down because he don't like Trump and get out of there. I don't think that got nothing to do with it, bro. I disagree with him, but I like JJ Redick. Grant Penny, Hardaway, Magic all paid the way for LeBron to handle the 6. I mean, shit, you can go back to Magic Johnson and a lot of other guys. But yeah, he said Danny Garcia bum is his Mexican last name keep him relevant. You mean Puerto Rican? If Bad Boy stopped Jordan for 5 years and they changed the rules to help them. That's what the Chicago Bulls fans don't want to talk about. That's why them niggas cursed and can't win now. Real talk. That's why they curse right now. He said Gilbert is one of the most idiotic ninjas ever heard speak of the game. He's smart, but he says some dumb stuff. But look what he do outside the court. Look at the stuff he said about dark women and black women outside the court. Come on, so it ain't just basketball. That nigga's just an idiot in some other areas. But I respect Gilbert Arenas' game. He's one of my favorite players to watch play. He couldn't shoot the three, bro. Cut it off. Who couldn't shoot the three? Who you talking about? Kareem Abdul-Jabbar didn't need a three-pointer, bro. Think about the extent Karl Malone didn't attempt too many neither. He number 2 all the time. Dr. J, Iceman, George Gardner, Artist Gilmore could play in any era. Moses Malone, all them niggas could. Deadlift Shrimp, Rick Smits, Big Country, Sam Perkins, Terry Mills. Come on. The toughest era is the early. No, that's not the toughest era to me. If we talking about like what you mean like tough is like the physical, it's anything 70s and pre-70s. But if you're talking about like as far as competition depth level, you might be right. You might be right on that one because I think Celtics and Lakers made the finals every year in the 80s except for 3 years. I think the Pistons 2 years, Portland, they played the Lakers, and then I think Houston, Ralph Sampson, and Hakeem Olajuwon made it 1 year. So you might be right. In the 90s, you had to lock out the end of the 90s. It was really Jordan and then Hakeem. So I'm telling you, it ain't been there since the NBA been on TV, bro. Since in the history, it ain't been no parity in the NBA. It ain't been no parity. You know what I'm saying? So it's never been. I broke down 2 eras. The 80s, I just said what I said about the 80s. The 90s, said about the 90s, the 2000s. It was, Shaq and Kobe three-peating. Spurs in there a couple times. The Pistons in there. Lakers and Celtics. So that he might be right on that one. He might be right. That's the most parity you're gonna find in the television era. 2000s was funny as hell. Spurs are the Patriots of basketball because they did some things in the early 2010s. So you're right. Think about as far as parity. Well, he right because you had the Lakers. Who won in the 2000 though? Was the Lakers won their first in the 2000? Who won the championship in 2000? Was it the Lakers? I know the Spurs won it in 99. The lockout year was Kobe. Always say it don't count, which I don't really care. Yeah, the Lakers won in 2000. Yep, 2000, 2001, 2002, 2003. I think it was the Spurs. Yeah, I think it was the Spurs in 03. They beat the they beat the Nets. Oh, that was terrible. Then we beat the Lakers in 04. 05, the Spurs won it. 2006, I want to say the Heat won it. With Shaq. Yeah, the Heat, that's when they cheated Dirk Nowitzki out his first title. 07 might have been the Celtics. No, it was the Spurs again. Yeah, them niggas was dominant, bro. Spurs again. 08 was the was Shaq and them niggas. Shaq and nope. It was the Lakers. Like, Jesus. I mean the Celtics won the Lakers in 6. Then the Lakers won in 09. When did okay, I just said the Heat already versus Dallas. So yeah, yep. And that rounded out the decade. Well, Kobe won in this he won the title, and then he won it in 2000. So Kobe won in 2 decades. Yep, in 2010 they beat the Celtics. His last game was terrible shooting wise. So yeah, I gotta give it to him because you had the Lakers win it, you had the Celtics win it, the Spurs won it like what 3 times? What I say 03, 05, 07, whatever it is. So you had the Lakers, Celtics, Spurs, the Lakers, Pistons, the Heat. Yeah. That's the most parity you're gonna find in the National Basketball Association. Yeah, hit the like button. Hope. He said Brown and Kobe could play at any era, bro. No facts on that. Who said they couldn't? Who said they couldn't, bro? Who just said they couldn't play in any era? You didn't hear that come out my mouth. The electric car is taking over now, bro. Like, he's talking about your fix not doing enough. Like, bro, who the fuck said they couldn't? Y'all niggas just hate because y'all basketball trash as hell. And it is. He said loud defensively the early 2000s. Defensively, I can't say that shit. They changed the defense in the 2000s when the Pistons and Spurs started winning it. Yeah, they changed it then too. So, but parity wise, you definitely right about that. That's the most parity you gonna find. The 10s, LeBron let everybody hit it. I hit it, I hit it, I hit it, I hit it, and LeBron let everybody hit it. LeBron let everybody get a piece of the nookie. And deadlift was nice. You talking about white boys, time changers. I mean, he was nice. Remember Ronnie Sockley, my boy Tom Gooley. I was just playing with Tom Gooley a lot on NBA Jams tournament edition. Look at 04 and 05, finally at Pistons and Celtics Spurs. Yo, Glenn Rice was a bucket. He won a championship at Michigan, I believe. Yep, shout out to Glenn Rice. Dale Ellis, Alex English, Mark Aguirre. They played on Dallas together. Adrian Danley played in Detroit. Got traded for Mark Aguirre. Yeah, Bernard King was nasty. He was the king of New York. He got traded a couple of times. I think he started in Golden State, traded to Utah, traded to New York. Heard it so. They was doing crack in the 70s and 80s. I knew them files was physical. And you heard what Michael Jordan said, nigga. Like, he said, man, he was a little snitch ass nigga though on that little documentary. But it was good though. Stick to speaking on, but like I said before, who cares what you think? Go start your own channel and you can say what you want to say about basketball, and nobody gonna listen and give a damn about what you saying. Some people will, but most people won't. Brian must manufacture superstar. I don't know, man, about that. I don't know. You might be right. I can't know. He hell of a basketball player though. I can't even say that, bro. That nigga came from a lot. That nigga came from a hell of a deficit, bro. Never got into no scandals, even though most people think Nike helped cover that out, man. He really won. He really won in life, bro. He really won in the NBA. You gotta say that, bro. When you hear Lenny Cook stories, you see what's happening with Imani Bates, man. You know, LeBron, you gotta give LeBron his shit, bro. He exceeded the hype. Of course, you know, he didn't win as many championships as he should, but that nigga exceeded the hype, bro. You know, and I'm proud to say that he from the Midwest. I will say that nigga exceeded the hype. I ain't gonna lie. I don't dislike him as a person, you know, but that nigga exceeded the hype. You got to give Bron his credit, bro. So many other people like Sebastian, Telfair, Stephon Marbury, so many names, man. So many people could have been in that position, bro. And, you know, hell of a dude, man. Hell of a support system. You know, people talk shit about his mom, but, man, she must have did something right, because a lot of people, a lot of these young guys, you hear Lenny Cook's story, you see what's happening with Imani Bates. You hear about the guys that made it, but it's a lot of great guys who didn't make it, like Len Bias, and you know. So for LeBron to be able to be done with his career, I mean, Kobe was phenomenal too. Kevin Garnett, Moses Malone the first out of high school. So once again, you gotta continue to pay the way. We think about Barancho, hell of a player. Love Paulo Barancho. I think he's a stud. I don't even like Duke players other than like Grant Hill and a couple other dudes, but Paulo Branchno is a stud. Orlando, y'all should be excited. He's a stud. He the next Bron. I'm saying that jokingly. I was trolling that sport, but I think he good though. He real good. I won't be surprised. Bron first superstar when nigga justifies losses ever. And that's fine, bro. That's, to me, it's all fun and game, but that's fine though. One thing you can't hate, or you gotta justify is that, bro. He had a hell of a story, bro. Imagine if he was white, how they'd be justified. So I'm pretty fine with that, him being a brother, bro. I'm pretty fine with him being a brother, man. I'm pretty fine, bro, because a lot of guys, man, so many stories about guys who made it, but there's so many stories about guys who didn't make it. And they wanted to see LeBron slip and fall so bad that they just started glorifying his losses on the basketball court. You know, so he said, not saying he didn't have a great, man, he had a great career. Top 5, top 2, top 3, number 1, whoever you ask. It's going to be somebody who's going to be greater than him, bro. That's what the game is about. Somebody had to be, Mike had to surpass somebody, Bird and Magic had to surpass somebody, Will had to surpass somebody. That's what it's about, bro. Like I just said, you know, you really can't be greater than your successor or your predecessor. You take something from them. Top 5 ever for sure. Yeah, easily. Top 3, top 2. Want to say 1. Amani ain't done remembering that. Yeah, you're not done. But you see the story, bro. But what he say? But his dig riders are Earl sexual level. It's fine. That's cool, bro. I mean, Michael Jordan got a lot of You know, Michael Jordan stands too. Look at Skip Bayless. Supports the channel. Cash App $sign CJ Good 313. It's fine. It's all fun and games, dog. It is, man. I remember this old head, but I'm gonna end off on this, and you got another question. I remember this old head was telling me, bro, like I swear to God, it blew my mind. He said somebody in New York got like shot or killed back in the day because of Craig Mack. They were saying Craig Mack was better than Biggie, or Biggie was better than Craig Mack, dog. And you listen, you hear that story, I don't know, 20 years later, 16 years later, and it like you just something you laughing like, aha, but you gotta remember too, without Craig Mack, you know, it really ain't no Biggie because he was the one that got them the deal. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, he was the one that really opened the door for them. So it's you know, at some point it might be laughable. We might have a nigga named Johnny Rice come around this hole and be the greatest basketball player ever. But you really could be better. You grew up watching and respecting and taking little things from LeBron James, taking little things from Kobe Bryant. Come on. Thinking about it, Dirk Nowitzki, you want to talk about revolutionize the game? You know, Dirk Nowitzki and Kevin Garnett was like first of the couple, like literally big niggas dribbling and shooting and, you know, doing things that guards do. You think Anthony Davis ain't really like pick something up around the way from what they did? You know, Magic. Then you had Penny, you had Grant. You know what I'm saying? Like my man said in the comment section. You know, it's all love, bro. It's a brotherhood. You know, they don't look at it like that. It's a brotherhood. Obviously, they are competitive. It's a brotherhood. He said, okay, then, but try to act like Kareem better than... Who the fuck said Kareem was better than LeBron? Who said that? Basketball best. How you going to say 90 to 2000? That's not an era, nigga. That's not an era from 90 to 2000. That's not an era. That's several eras. Like, bro, do you know anything about basketball? It's not a fucking era. That's like a fucking like, man, I'm not we gonna have to hoop one day. Man, I be playing with the kids, dog, but yeah, I'm alright still, you know what I'm saying? I don't really play like that, but I'm still solid. I play. I remember I busted my flip-flops on the court the other day, but I don't really play like that. I'm going back to LA Fitness though. I'm gonna give me a basketball and try to get in there after work. It's gonna be hard to get in there after work, bro. But you know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna try to get in there maybe on a Saturday morning, Sunday morning, push some shots up. You know what I'm saying? Especially it's gonna get cold and shit. You know, not too soon. He said, "But yeah, I'm trying to put some shots up, bro." I used to hoop though. Yeah, I used to love it. That's my favorite sport for a while. Then football took over. I was there when football, like I seen, like I'm like one of those dudes. I seen when football took overthrew basketball, as you know, not like statistically speaking, but I remember when football overtook basketball. I remember like yeah. So I remember arguing with a substitute teacher about this. He was a hardcore basketball guy. I'm like, man, football better. He put me out the class because I said that shit. I didn't care. At middle school, I was thugging, man. I ain't gonna lie, man. I was out of control. Man, that's the most out of control I was in middle school. But I remember seeing it, bro. As a teenager, I remember seeing like, yeah, the NFL is here to stay. But let me get out of here, man. I'm all late for something I got to do. I know 10:15. Appreciate the love, support, man. You can listen to this on Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo. Spotify, Anchor, Apple Podcasts. Hit the link tree, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, and the link tree. Roll the bottom screen. Appreciate the love, support. Peace.